एकमेवाक्षरं यस्तु गुरुः शिष्यं प्रबोधयेत् पृथिव्यां नास्ति तद्द्रव्यं यद्दत्त्वा चानिनो भवेत्। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुर् गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। I'm sorry. I just went to the doctor and I had this procedure. I almost didn't make it. So, I mean, I didn't make it to the Zoom. And it's kind of making me lightheaded, but I'm committed to do the session. I hope you all had a great Janmashtami. I've sent a clip to those of you in my community. You can look at what went on here in Yugal Kunj, and I know you'll be happy to see it. I hope you had a terrific Janmashtami. And now we're looking forward to, all of us are looking forward to Radhashtami. And so today my topic is Radharani, your favorite topic and mine. Excuse me. Today, I want this to be an interactive session. So does everybody know how to put your hand up, by the way? Not like this, right? Just on your reactions, I believe.
Yeah, if
So
you click react and then raise hand.
react and raise hand, right? Okay. So I want to know, before you heard Sri Maharaji, what did you know about Radharani? What did you think about Radharani? What did you know about her?
She's
Anyone?
basically a love of Krishna's heart.
I'm sorry?
Radharani is basically love of Krishna's heart. I mean,
Her heart. Okay. All right.
yeah.
Anyone else? Bhagesh?
Radhe Radhe Didi, before interacting with Maharaji, the honest answer is that I was not knowing, I mean, who is Radharani and how she is the divine goddess is related to Krishna. So it's a black box for me. I was not knowing anything.
Okay, fair enough. Anyone else?
Radhe Radhe Didi ji.
Radhe Radhe. Shaurya.
Didi, Radha Rani is Lord Krishna's Ladli Shakti as per Maharaj ji, as Maharaj ji
No,
has.
no, before you knew Maharaji, before
Oh.
you knew the word Haladini.
No, then I was clueless about Lord Krishna and Radharani, both of them, to be honest,
see.
before I knew Maharaj ji.
Okay.
There was no idea who are they and what's the real meaning.
Yes, true. Okay. Anyone else want to chime in?
Didi.
Radhe Radhe Didi. Yeah, I just knew like Radharani is beloved of Lord Krishna. That is it. Just I knew about it, and nothing more. Like like when these sessions started, I have this curiosity to know Radharani more. So I'm lucky to be here in this session.
Wonderful. Good, good. Yes, I think anyone else?
Same here, rather before
Ah.
before meeting Maharaji, I knew nothing.
Okay. It's actually good to know nothing, because then if you know something and then you're told the truth, then you may think, I knew something already. This does, you could have doubts. But if you don't know nothing, if you don't know anything, as Maharaji used to say, it's a clean slate. So the Guru can write whatever he wants on it. So that's really good. Good. Wendy?
Radhi Radhi.
Radhe, Radhe, Wendy.
Before Maharaji, I knew absolutely nothing about Radharani. I'd never heard of her before until after Maharaji.
Okay. I know a lot of people that I've spoken to, they used to think, anybody else? Rajeshri, did you want to say something? Radhe, Radhe.
Radhe Radhe Didi. Didi, I had absolutely no idea, I mean, absolutely no idea. I mean, I come from a Hindu household, but I still had zero idea about who Radharani is.
Exactly. Yeah, so it's not like people who were born in non-Hindu households don't know anything. Even the Hindus didn't know anything. We didn't know anything. And a lot of people I speak to, they used to think that, it's terrible to say, but she's Shri Krishna's girlfriend, or she's a gopi, and she's the greatest gopi, but she's a gopi. And that is definitely not true. So what we have learned from Sri Maharaji is that Radharani is non-different from Sri Krishna. She is another form of Lord Krishna. In fact, Sri Maharaji says Sri Krishna is another form of Radha. अद्वितीय एक तत्व है राधा तत्व प्रधान या को दूजो रूप है स्वयं कृष्ण भगवान. So Shri Maharaji says that Radharani is an entity like no other, and another form of Radharani is Shri Krishna. In fact, in Brahma Vaivarta Puran, in one of the Purans by Bhagwan Vedavyas, Radharani is saying, Mamaiva Paurusham Rupam Gopika Jana Mohanam. When I assume a male form, people call me Krishna, the one who delights the hearts of the gopis. Gopika Jana Mohanam. And Radharani is often thought of as the greatest devotee of Sri Krishna, and that is true. But the other half is that Sri Krishna is the greatest devotee of Radharani also. They're both servants of one another, and they're both served by one another, all the while being one and the same personality. The mistake we used to make is in thinking, many of us thought, was that Radharani is an individual soul, a gopi, an individual soul. However, she is not a jeev, she's not an individual soul. She is Brahma, she is the supreme soul, the supreme soul. And they who know Brahma, meaning God without name and form and attributes, they had a doubt in their minds once, and that was, we know Shri Krishna is the Supreme Lord. He is the supreme entity. Yasmat param na paramasti kinchit. Yasman naniyo na jayosti kaschit. So we know he is the greatest personality. There is none above him, none superior to him. But where did this personality called Radha, where did this come from? Who is Radha? And kasmad radhika mupasate. Why should we worship Radha? Why should she be worshipped? And this question rather of theirs was answered, internally by Radharani herself, who revealed to them in their hearts who she is. And they came to understand with her grace that Radharani is that supreme personality who is worshipped by even Sri Krishna. In her lap, he rests his head, and while resting his head in her lap, he forgets all else. He forgets even his divine abode, Golok. He forgets everything. Radha is that supreme personality whose foot dust, where Radha stands below, underneath her lotus feet is the foot dust that is sticking to her lotus, the soles of her feet. And when she steps back a little bit, Krishna takes that foot dust and places it reverently on his forehead. He wears a tilak of the foot dust of Radharani. And again, the Vedas say Radha is the supreme personality whose partial manifestations are Mahalakshmi and Parvati. Now, when we think about the Divine Mother, typically people think about Durga, they think about Parvati, they think about Kali, Mahalakshmi. However, sage Narad, who is a partial manifestation of God himself on earth, he says in one of his very ancient compositions, Narada Pancharatram, he says, Vrisha Bhanu Suta Devi Mula Prakriti Rishwari. Vrishabhanu Suta, the darling daughter of King Bhanu, Radharani, is Mula Prakriti. She is the primordial nature. All are born of Radha. So this is Narad Muni talking about Radha. Radha and Krishna are one, say the Vedas, and we know the Vedas are eternal. And many people have a doubt, do the Vedas talk about Radharani? Is it something that is someone just lovingly came up with this concept of Radha? No. Radharani is an eternal personality, just as Sri Krishna is. God is eternal, so Radharani is eternal. And she is in the Vedas. The Vedas say, Radha Krishna yorekasanam, eka buddhihi, ekam manaha, ekam jnanam, ekam padam, eka atma, eka akritihi, at eva dvayorna bhedah kala maya gunati tattvat. Radha and Krishna are just one. Radha Krishna yorekasanam, eka buddhi, they have one intellect, ekam manaha, one mind, ekam jnanam, knowledge is the same. They have both the same knowledge. This one and the same soul, everything is the same. They are just one. For the purpose of performing very loving pastimes, one Brahma divides himself into two. And as Sri Maharaji says very lovingly, to fool the world, one becomes extremely dark of color, the other becomes very, very fair of color, fair complexioned. But it's just one personality. However, in the Padma Puran, and the composer of all the Purans is Bhagwan Vedavyas. He's a very prolific writer, author. And I think you know already that he's the one who has composed the 18 Purans, and he is the one who is responsible for the Vedanta philosophy. He has written a lot. Mahabharata scripture, what an amazing scripture, 100,000 verses, very, very long scripture. So, Vedavyasji says in the Padma Puran, if you truly wish to love Sri Krishna, if you want to love him as the beloved, then although Radha and Krishna are one, yet your leaning should be a little bit more towards Radharani. Knowing fully well that Radha and Krishna are one, yet you must have a slightly more affection for Radharani. He may be saying this because Radharani is the mother, Shri Krishna is the father. When the father doesn't listen, the child goes to the mother. In Vinay Patrika, Saint Tulsidas, he cries out to Bhagwan Shri Ram, but he doesn't get a reaction. So then he goes to Mother Sita. And he writes very beautifully, he expresses the sentiments of his heart. And he says, Kabahu ka amb avasar pai, Kabahu ka amb avasar pai, Mori hu sudhi dhyai bi, Kachu karun katha sunai, Kabahu ka amb avasar pai. Kabahu ka amb avasar pai. Oh, my mother, if you have an opportunity to do so, when you see my Lord, that my Lord is in a good mood, then won't you put in a good word for me? Won't you recommend me to my Lord? Because he's not listening to me. So we also say, Radhe, 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 Shri Radhe, Mohi Sham Milade, Shri Radhe. Oh, Radharani, take me to Sham Sundar. She's the mother. She is supremely compassionate. She is very loving and forgiving. When we think of the mother, we think of all these attributes. We think of love, unconditional love. We think about forgiveness. We think about understanding. We think about gentleness. And Radharani is all of that. All these virtues are in her to their unlimited limit. So she is infinitely merciful, infinitely forgiving, infinitely loving. So although both are the same, yet Shri Krishna is the father, Radharani is the mother. And also, as Sri Maharaji explains, Radharani is the Hladini Shakti of Shri Krishna. She is the pleasure-giving potency of Shri Krishna. And she is such a powerful entity, she's such a powerful power, you may say, that she brings Shri Krishna under her control. That is one of her qualities, that she brings Krishna under her control. No power can bring the powerful one under its control. But this power of love is so strong that it brings the Supreme Lord under its control. So Radharani is the essence of pure love. And so she has Shri Krishna under her control. And while knowing all this, we must keep in mind that it's just one personality, because Eko Devaha, there's only one God. And that one God manifests in so many different ways, so many different forms. Ananta Nama Rupaya Vishnave. So there are countless names and uncountable forms. There was a Muslim saint, and Das Khan. And when he heard that Lord Krishna presses the lotus feet of Radharani, he couldn't understand that. I thought in Hinduism, Hindus, in Hindu society, it is the woman who serves the husband and who serves the man. But here, Shri Krishna is serving her lotus feet. I don't understand. Also, when it comes to Ram and Sita, Bhagwan Ram is Shri Krishna, and Mother Sita is Shri Radha. But there's a huge difference between Sita and Radha. In that, although it's the same personality, yet Sita Maya would always press the lotus feet of Bhagwan Shri Ram. She would never have allowed Bhagwan Ram to press her lotus feet. Bhagwan Ram would not serve her lotus feet. But as Radharani, Shri Krishna is pressing her lotus feet. He is afraid of her. He is begging her for forgiveness. He is devastated when she's angry with him. Absolutely devastated. And he says, He Vrishubhanu Sute Lalite. He Vrishubhanu Sute Lalite. मैं कौन कियो अपराध तिहारो काढ़ दियो ब्रज मंडल ते अब हूँ कछु दंड रह्यो अति भारो देहु सदा ब्रज को बसिबो वह निकुंज कुटी जमुना जल प्यारो आप ही जमान आप ही जानी कृपा निधि को. He is saying, Shri Krishna is saying, आप ही जान कृपा की निधान भई सो भई अब बेगी समारो. Shri Krishna is begging Radharani, please do not separate me from you. I cannot live without you. I know that I'm an offender, but you are supremely merciful. Won't you forgive me just one more time? Bhai so bhai, just forgive me. I beg you to forgive me. So, Shri Krishna is not only serving her lotus feet, he is begging her for forgiveness. Radhe, sarva paradham me kshamasva parameshwari. Oh Parameshwari Radha, I am an offender, but you are infinitely merciful. Forgive me all my offenses. Shri Krishna is saying this. So that Muslim devotee became very, very confused until Radharani made him experience who she was. Internally, she made him understand what is going on. This is not the same as Sita and Ram. It's not the same as Shankar Parvati. It's not the same at all. This is totally different. Radharani is at the stage of love which is unattainable by Shri Krishna. Madanakhya Mahabhav. Shri Krishna is not at that stage. So he's always begging Radharani for her grace. But no one should think that Radharani is greater than Shri Krishna, because that is also not the case. He is not greater than her. She is not greater than him. Both are one. And when you have one personality, there is no question of comparison. You can't compare a person with themselves. You cannot. So they're both the same. But their natures are different. He is so mischievous. She is so shy. He's an extrovert. She's an introvert. He's very, very mischievous, but she's bholi bhali, very innocent hearted. And Shri Krishna loves the innocence of Radharani, and Radharani loves the naughtiness of Krishna. They are very much in love with each other, although they're very opposite to one another. Shri Krishna, Shri Maharaji tells us that in their first meeting, Shri Krishna asked Radha, what is your name? And Radharani could only utter Ra. She could not say Dha. She couldn't say, my name is Radha. She just said Ra, and she looked down and she started digging the earth with her thumbnails, and she never looked up at him. And Shri Krishna fell in love with her right there on the spot. Once, in a very beautiful flowery grove, Shri Krishna was waiting for Radharani. Radharani got the word and she rushed to that grove. And let's say it's called Malti Kunj. Malti Kunj. Malti is a flower. And when she got there, she saw her beloved. She rushed up to him and embraced him. As soon as she embraced him, she pushed him away and she said, "You are not to be trusted. You're so fickle. You say that you love me, but you have another female in your heart." And Sri Krishna was baffled. And for once, he didn't know what to say. He didn't know what to say. He didn't know what she was saying. She said, "I know that you have tricked me. You have another female in your heart, and you're embracing me." And Sri Krishna started to cry. He said, "No, no, no, Swamini Ju. I don't have anyone else in my mind. I have been waiting for you." Sri Krishna pleaded with Radharani. She would not listen. She said, "You have someone else in your heart." And that's when Lalita Sakhi dropped in and they both asked for help. Lalita Sakhi assessed the situation. Then she said to Shyam Sundar, "Radharani is so innocent that when she embraced you, when you embraced her, she saw her reflection in that diamond you're wearing. You have a diamond necklace on, and Radharani saw her own reflection in that shiny diamond, and she thinks that you have another female in your heart." That's what she thinks. That's why she's angry with you. And again, Shri Krishna fell even more in love with Radharani, that she's so innocent. She's so naive in a good way. Naive could be in a bad way. But she's so innocent. She doesn't know any tricks, no treachery. She's very pure. And Shri Krishna started loving her. But she loves his mischievous nature. Radha and Krishna as children, they're both wanting to play. But Shri Krishna, the clever one, says, "All right, Radha, let's play this game. And whoever wins the game will, so if you win the game, then I'm the loser, then I'll have to marry you. If I win the game, then you're the loser. So the loser, you as a loser, you'll have to marry me. Do you accept that?" And Radharani, so innocent, she said, "Yes, I accept that." And Lalita Vishaka are saying, "No, Swamini Ju, he's trying to trick you. Don't say yes to that." But Radharani is so happy with that mischievous Krishna. We are so fortunate that Radha and Krishna, they've taken two forms instead of just one. And I'm thinking, I digress a little bit, how I always feel that I'm so lucky. We're all so lucky that in Shri Maharaji's family, there wasn't just Maharaji. There was always Ammaji and their Didis, and we had Aji and we had Mosi in my time, so many years ago. And I've thought about it a lot of times. I'm so glad that Maharaji was not alone and there were other family members, because the whole family unit is amazing. So, Sri Krishna, excuse me. Anyhow, so Radharani and Sri Krishna, although they are one, yet their natures are different and they are attracted to each other. And you must have heard this from Sri Maharaji many times, that Radharani wears Neelambar. She wears blue clothes because she honors Lord Krishna's complexion. That she loves the blue color because his color is blue. And that's where she wears Neelambar. Neelambar means Neel plus Ambar, blue garments. And Sri Krishna wears Ambar, yellow golden clothes, golden color clothes, because her complexion is golden. and that is why. So Radharani is mentioned in the Vedas. Radhaye Madhavo Devo Madhave Naiva Radhika. Rigved says Radha is Madhav, Madhav is Radha. There are many, many references to Radharani, and there are references to Radharani in the Purans as well. But many people, and tell me if you have ever heard this question, many people say, but Radharani's name is not in the Bhagavad Puran. And the Bhagavad Puran is the best of all Purans, best of the 18 Purans. I want to know if you have ever heard that. Anyone?
Yes, Didi.
Have you ever thought that? Let me go to the next question. Do you know why Radharani's name is not mentioned in the Bhagavad? Can you please raise your hand?
I can, oh, sorry.
Anjan?
Yeah, I have heard from others, not from Maharajji, but from some other people, that when Sukhdev ji was taking Radha's name, she was like going to a different state, so she couldn't take the entire name. And if that was the case, then probably Bhagavatam would not have been completed in 7 days or so. That's why he thought to not to take Radha's name.
Okay. Sheila ji, aap kuch keh rahe? You were saying?
I was saying what initially with your first question, Didi ji, there was some talk that I joined, a friend in Calcutta had organized, and one big was on the Zoom, and he was talking about Bhagavatam, and actually the whole topic was concerning Radharani's name is not in the Bhagavatam, and he was of the opinion that it is definitely not in the Bhagavatam. He was trying to convince the audience. Then I spoke up, and then I said, look, you know, my Guruji, Jagat Guru Kripaluji Maharaj has proven that there is Radharani's name. He wouldn't hear any of it. So I had to then just give up, but I wrote a note afterwards and let them know that, you know, this isn't true. But what Anjan Bhaiya is saying about Sukhdev Paramhans would go into Samadhi if he was to mention Sri Radharani's name. So that's why it's not mentioned in the Bhagavatam.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Sandeep. Yes, Sandeep.
Radhe Radhe Didi. So I heard from someone like Radharani name have been, I mean, I don't know how much it's true, but it has been purposely not mentioned in Bhagavad Puran because her name is basically kind of kept as secret, Gupt. So it's basically sort of like, just like, you know, one person was giving an example, like just like Tulsi Das has created this Bajrang Ban. So there we are giving Saugand, what we call Saugand to Ramji. So we are not allowed to do the same way. Is it like it's kept as secret because Radharani is such a powerful thing because they have kept it as secret? Sort of that I heard actually. I don't know how it's how much it's true, but
You
yeah.
know, you were saying it's kept a secret, it's concealed, and your photo went away too. You also became concealed.
that is what he was saying, but
You
not to let
illustrated it.
everyone.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah.
No, that's okay. Yes, so actually you're right, all right. Actually, you're correct, because Shukdev Paramhans was reciting the Bhagavad for the benefit of King Parikshit, and King Parikshit had 7 days of life, and he knew that Takshak, this deadly serpent, would bite him and he would die. So as soon as he found out he had 7 days of life to live, he didn't think, I'm going to tour the world, I'm going to eat the best foods. He said, I want to hear the name of God. And so he just wandered around, and when the disciple is ready, the teacher appears. So Shukdev Paramhans came, when King Parikshit had this desire. And I may have gotten the names mixed up earlier, sorry. So Parikshit had 7 days of life to live. Shukdev, in his previous birth, he used to be a pet parrot of Radharani. And he loved Radharani so much. He had been pampered by her. He had received so much love from her that every time he uttered the name Radha, he would go into a state of samadhi, prem samadhi, for 6 entire months. Shri Radha Nam Matrena Murcha Shanmasi ki bhavet. 6 whole months he would go into a state of samadhi. So he thought, if I say Radha, I'll go into samadhi for 6 months. What about the poor king? So he decided he decided that he would not utter the name Radha, but there are 28 names of Radha as mentioned in the Upanishads. And he has talked about Radha by taking her other names like Shri or like Rama. And there are so many other names of Radharani like Kanta, Priya, Gopi. And like I said, 28 names are being given in the Upanishads, 28 names of Radha. So he didn't say Radha, but he said the other names. So Radharani is very much a part of the Bhagavatam. It's not that she's not there. But she is a very, very secret personality, because the greater the personality, the more mysterious the personality. So Radharani is a very mysterious personality. And it's very sweet how it has been explained that Radharani is in the Bhagavad just as the red color is within the henna leaves. Now you have henna leaves and they're green in color. You grind them and you make a paste. That paste is green. You put it on the palms of your hand and your palm of your hand is green. But after some time, you scrape off the paste and there's redness. There is the red design on your hands. And that means that the lalima, the red color, was inherent in the leaves of the mehndi, but you couldn't see it at that point. Then it became manifest. Later on, it becomes manifest. So Radharani is like that in the Bhagavad Puran. And Bhagavad Puran, why they so picky about Bhagavad Puran? Because that's where all the sweetest leelas of Krishna are recorded. In Bhagavad Puran, the Puran of all Purans, the greatest of all Purans, Bhagavad Puran. So now I have said a lot and we have interacted a little bit. But perhaps you have questions about Radharani that I could answer for you with Maharaji's grace. So I'll open the floor to questions. Radharani Maharani ki jai. Yes. Aditi, is that you?
Yes, Radhe Radhe Didi.
Radhe Radhe.
I was going to ask, if Krishna loved Radha so much, how was he able to leave her for so long?
Right. So Krishna loved Radha so much, and she never really felt the separation from him. The connection inside was so deep that she never, Radharani or even the gopis, did not ever feel away from him. Because God always tests the devotees. And he tested the gopis. To give gopis some consolation, Radharani stayed behind. Lord Krishna left the gopis, but Radharani stayed behind. And Radha and Krishna are just one. So outwardly we see that he left Radharani, but inwardly he never left her, because she cannot be without him, and he cannot be without her. So don't look at it from the worldly point of view that, oh, he just left her. He did not. It was that both of them are just one. However, we can talk about the gopis. Do you know about the gopis?
Yeah.
They love him so much, and there he left them. But when they had a chance to ask him once, there was another time he had left them during the Maharas. And when he appeared once again, when they could see him again, they asked, well, we were loving you so much. We love you so much, and you left us. Why? And Shri Krishna explains, he says, to increase the love that you have for me in your heart, I had disappeared. They said, please explain. He said, imagine that someone is so poor, he's born in abject poverty, he doesn't have even 2 square meals a day, maybe just 1 meal a day, and that too with great difficulty. And this person one day becomes a multi-millionaire. And now he has a fleet of cars, he has servants, maidservants, and he has so much. And now he doesn't have to wear rags. He doesn't have to worry about where the next meal is coming from. But one day, someone very, very devious comes along and steals all his money. So now this man who was once a beggar, then became a multi-millionaire. Then he is back to being a beggar. Now this man is going to think about the wealth that he did not have, but that he got and that he lost one day. He will think about it again and again. So Lord Krishna said to the gopis, you were deprived of my sweetest nectar for countless lives. And then I gave that nectar to you during the Maharas. And then you became proud and you lost, then I cannot tolerate pride. So you lost me. You could not see me anymore. But when he, and then he said, when you were crying for me, it was that you got the greatest happiness from me, and then I went away. So all you thought about was me. Isn't that true? And the gopi said, yes, that is true. All we thought about was you. So Shri Krishna said, to increase the love you have for me in your heart, I had disappeared. So Aditi, the answer to every question about God, for instance, why does God do this? Why did God do that? The answer is that he is merciful. He wanted the gopis' love to go even higher, and that's why he disappeared. And then he came back after some time.
Okay, thank you.
Most welcome. And do a little kirtan just to give you some time. Radha, 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 Radha. बोलिए राधा रानी महारानी की जय.
Yeah.
So Radhashtami is coming up, and it is this Sunday. In fact, for many of you, it's nighttime already, nighttime of Thursday. So you just have one more day, and then it's Radhashtami. We here in Yugal Kunj, Atlanta, are celebrating the 10th anniversary. It's not too late. You can still come, spend a few days over here. Just hop on a plane, come. We'll be celebrating Radhashtami. And like I said, if you're part of my community, you can look at how TV Asia covered the Janmashtami program that was taking place over here. We are very, very thankful to them for always doing that. Anyhow, so if there are no more questions, we can conclude early. I have been given some medication that's making me drowsy. So, any more questions?
Radha Radha.
Radhe Radhe.
Shouldn't we be doing then Rup Dhyan on Radha?
Yes, absolutely. Roop Dhyan on Radha Rani, our Divine Mother. Absolutely. And the message has come from India that there's a challenge put up by the devotees there that whoever can do it, you should do the 24-hour challenge. You've heard about it? 24-hour. And if we do 24-hour, if we try for 24 hours of Roop Dhyan, we may end up doing Roop Dhyan for 24 minutes. It's not bad at all. It's good. It's very good. So at the very least, we should do as much Kirtan as we can so that we have more and more opportunity to do Roop Dhyan of Sri Radharani.
Radha Radha. Thank you.
Radhe Radhe.
So, Didi ji, we have Radha Ashtami Satsang at Rajshri Didi place this Sunday.
Oh, good. Nice. Bahut acha. Have a wonderful celebration.
Ji Didi, thank you. By Shri Maharaji's grace. Really looking forward to having Maharaji, Amma and everyone joining us.
I had a wonderful time doing satsang at your place.
Yes, Didi, it was very special.
Beginning of the year.
Thank you. And I'm hoping to hear very soon from you again. So yeah, looking forward. Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe. So I will say Radhe Radhe to everybody. Happy Radhashtami, everyone. Srimad Sadguru Sarkar ki jai. Adili Lal ki jai. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Jai Jai Shri Radhe.
Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe Didi.
Radha Radha.
Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe Didi.
Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe Didi. Radhe Radhe everyone. Happy Radha.
Radhe Radhe.
Happy Radhashtami.
Radha.
Radhashtami Didi.
Radhe Radhe.